A subject that we discuss a lot in my office is facelifts. Since I practice only in the face and strictly do facial aesthetics, you can imagine that that involves doing quite a few facelifts. Now, the average patient we see is not what you would think. We see quite a few patients that are younger. We see quite a few men. And indeed, we see the typical patient who you would guess would be coming in to see me for a facelift. Somebody in their 50s to 60s, female, who wishes to look as young as she feels. It's very funny. I've been doing nothing but facial aesthetics now for 20 years. How often I've heard, particularly women, come in and say, "I'm starting to look like my mother." I've heard that many, many times, and I guess they love their mother, but they don't want to look like their mother. The type of facelift that we do is a very technical facelift. It's a deep plane facelift. It's unlike what most doctors do around the country. Indeed, if you don't do a lot of facial aesthetic surgery, you probably should not be attempting to do it in deep plane facelift, since it is technically more involved. Now, the advantages of doing a deep plane lift are they're pretty good. I mean, it's the main advantage to doing a deep plane lift versus a regular what's called SMAS lift is that you can get a lot of pull in and around the jowl area and neck without making people look stretched. We've all seen those patients that have been overdone and really probably don't look much better than they did before their surgery because they do look overdone. Well, that's not a problem with a deep plane lift. Done correctly, they simply look better without looking stretched. Now, the two ways we do a facelift, one is called a MiniTuck and one is called a facelift. And the difference between a MiniTuck and a facelift is basically the amount of surgery that is done in this part of the neck. If somebody has a lot of excess tissue or a lot of extra fat down here, then they need a facelift. If they really don't have that much extra skin or fat, just have a minor amount of sagging of the muscles and skin of the neck, then a MiniTuck is all they need, and basically it's just a matter of degree of the procedure. The other thing that we do quite a bit of in this office versus other offices is when we do a facelift, we're also lifting the midface. If you look and read my website, you'll see that I've written extensively on midface surgery, and that's something that I teach extensively throughout the United States and indeed even in Europe.